So we'll dive into what detachment is, what benefits you can get from attachment, and how you can implement it to your day-to-day life to stop feeling so vulnerable and powerless.
This is a very intimate angle. Give me 2 seconds. I feel a bit up close and personal.
So I personally feel like there's a common misconception about detachment. People use it more as like an avoidance technique rather than a more sensible way to control your feelings and emotions. Because whether you need to learn attachment because you're sending yourself into a spiral, or whether it's because you want to stop obsessing over someone, whether if you're sitting there constantly obsessed with the fact that maybe they'll text you, maybe they won't, and you have to always predict them, and you always just feel so powerless and vulnerable in your life, and you feel like your emotions and your day-to-day life revolve around them. And I feel like that is when detachment is very important. Like I said in the beginning, this is not avoiding a situation or a person. It's just a different approach to life and how you deal with situations and people. So the main drive behind detachment is because we start to idolize people, whether you are fantasizing about this person, which is mostly where detachment has stemmed from, because we're creating scenarios in our head of people that just don't exist, and idolizing someone can contribute to our self-worth. And for instance, you're texting a guy and he tells you how he wants you to meet his parents, all the dates he's got planned for you, how he loves treating you with flowers. And you get endorphins. You get endorphins because you're attracted to someone. They're clearly showing attraction to you. And because of all these endorphins, you feel good. You feel like you found your soulmate. And I don't blame you. I mean, I've done this before. It's natural. We expect the best from people. So when someone is telling you all these things, you have a sense of hope that they are not lying to you, because you're thinking, why would someone lie to me from the get-go? But all of a sudden they stop. They stop telling you how much they care for you, how much they want you to meet their parents, how many dates they've got planned. They just stop. They ghost you. And you start to feel like the world is crashing down. And I can tell you this from my experience. Last year I had a really bad experience with this. You start to lack endorphins. You start to lack that you are worthy. You start to think you're unworthy of love, of life, of everything above. But in the moment, you just feel so powerless and vulnerable, and you feel like it's going to end. You feel like your world is ending. But you're just craving something that you was once given. It's the same, arguably, as having a younger sibling. All your parents spent so much time and energy onto you, and new sibling comes along, and you start to crave that attention because your parents' energy is spent somewhere else, on someone else. And you're thinking, what did I do? What did I change? I haven't changed anything about myself. Why are they all of a sudden not giving me time and energy like they used to before? And all of this is completely normal. I thought I was crazy, thinking this is going to be the end and I'm never going to get over this, but I can tell you now it's completely normal. You may think it's because of you. You may think that you're the one who caused all of this to happen. But 9 times out of 10, it's not. There are so many external factors that contribute into a situation, relationship, a friendship, or whatever you are experiencing at the moment. We don't even realise how much trauma and how many other external factors play into people's lives. We don't even realise how much trauma we've got in ourselves. Your ego is controlling your mood when you are attracted to someone, and it's natural because your ego is trying to convince you that you are not worthy enough, and that you have to convince this other person that you are worthy of the chase, you are worthy of the love. And that's why you get so hooked onto them, and that's why you get so just latched onto them, and you don't feel like you can ever let go. And when they let go, you feel like that's it, your world is over, because you've got nothing left. Most of this is created from our inner child trauma, so anything we've got from childhood. For instance, I was bullied quite a lot when I was in primary school and secondary school. I've learned to control my feelings a lot better than what I used to. Like I said, last year I was absolutely insane. I set myself down such a big spiral. I used to go to this guy's house and just drive around near his house. And I will openly say that, because if my experience is going to help someone else, I'll happily say it. But you must heal your inner child. Tell yourself every day that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of attention, that you deserve the best of the best. At the same time, do not be that person who thinks they're above everyone else, who thinks they're on a pedestal because you're telling yourself these things. That's not how it works. Thinking you're above everyone else is not attractive at all, and you'll probably just repel everyone. As humans, we're born to be in a group, a collective, if you will, and we are all equal. Your Mercedes-Benz is not going to be in your grave with you. We're all going to be 6 foot under, next to each other. That is why I always say on my TikTok, when I post all these affirmations, that you cannot let things or people control your entire life. Be materialistic. Yes, it might bring you joy for a couple of seconds, but you're going to just latch onto the next thing, and the next, and the next, and it will always be like that. You cannot let things or people control your life, because at the end of the day, we've only got one life. And why would you ever want that? Out of desperation to fix yourself, you seek love. You're thinking that it will fix all your problems, your sadness. But in reality, if you can't even sit with yourself, with your own thoughts and feelings by yourself, you will only keep repeating bad relationships with others. It is not their job to fix you, and it's the same vice versa. You are not put on this planet to fix someone else. You cannot fix someone's inner child. You can help them, but it can't be solely on you, and the other way around. It is a lot of work, and I think that it's impossible to fix your inner child just because there's so many nuances and complexities that come along with it. It's like a vase. Once it's broken, it will never be the same, but we can try and heal the cracks that were once not there. Relying on someone to complete you will never ever work. Your soulmate or your friendship, whatever it is, should only add, not complete your life. You must give each other space for alone time to be with your own thoughts and to just experience life. You fantasizing over someone and pretending that they are the perfect person is never going to work either. You give yourself hope, hoping that this person will become who you want to be, but there is no such thing as a perfect person. And if there is the perfect person, they're probably a robot, because we have feelings. We have so many things that play a part of our day, so many external factors that contribute to our mood and day-to-day events that we cannot control. You'll get attached to the idea of them, the hope of who they may become, not actually who they are. They will never ever be that person, and you're the only one to blame. If they ghost you, that is a blessing in disguise. Hear me out. Why would you ever want to be with someone who has even the thought of ghosting you? Maybe they're having a bad day, that's fine. But if they're just playing the game to ghost you, please don't be silly. I don't want you to find a person who doesn't even treat you right. Would you want to tell your kids that, yeah, your father ghosted me, but I left it. I thought it was okay. Don't be silly. People come into your life to teach you things, whether you want to admit that or not. Everyone that has been let go in the past has taught you something. All these lessons that have been taught by all these people that have left have helped you to become the person who you are today and who you will be in 20 years' time and 25 years' time. You always need to be constantly growing, and that's why the universe and God give you so many of these lessons. So why on earth would you want to be with someone who doesn't even treat you right? You've only got one life. Asking yourself to be patient doesn't mean you'll get it straight away. It's actually about God or the universe giving you situations. They put you in scenarios to be patient, because without practice you can never master it. Everything happens for a reason, and everything must be lived in the present moment. You will never feel happy in life if you're just looking into the future. You can think about your future and plan for your future, but that is completely different. Thinking that you will finally be happy because you got a pair of Gucci shoes, or because you finally got that Mercedes Benz, and you will always just keep on repeating that cycle of finding new things to want and crave. It's the same as a person. If you can't teach yourself to control your emotions, and if you can't teach yourself to become detached and not let things consume you and dictate how you live your life, you will just keep repeating the same bad cycle of chasing everything. Whether that is a car or whether that is a person, you will just continuously keep chasing, and you will never ever feel fulfilled. Like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are an embarrassment. How on earth are you going to tell me you're sitting on your phone waiting for this person to reply, wasting so many hours of your precious time? Like I said, you only live once. What is the point of wasting all this time waiting for someone's reply, waiting for the person that's ghosted you, because maybe you've got a glimmer of hope that they're going to reply to you? Please don't be embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. You're fooling yourself. And if your kids will ever find out about that, I can guarantee you they will not want to look up to you. I said it. That's no sugarcoating. I said how I feel. Why are you so obsessed about one person? One person who does not even respect your feelings or emotions. And I get it's easier said than done. And like I said, I've been there and I've done that. I've done it. I promise you I've done it. And I can't believe I spent like 4 months of my life wasted because of this one guy that told me this and this and this. Think about that person and think about them sitting next to someone and being like, oh my God, this crazy psycho girl just messaged me again and again and again. Do you see how embarrassing that is? Do you want to be seen as that person who is so obsessive and can't let go? I'm sure you don't. And please, all I ask is for you to just get a life and stop embarrassing yourself. And I don't want to sound harsh, but this is what I say to my friends. You have to find something that fulfills your life more than that person. You make so many excuses for someone else's lack of input, lack of energy and time they put into you, but yet you always complain about not having time to yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing now, sitting on your phone waiting for them to reply? Go to the gym, go walk your dog, go find a hobby, paint, watch a video, watch my videos, anything. If it helps you take your mind off them, do it. And you're not doing it because of them. You're doing it because of yourself, because you deserve better. You deserve to not have this horrible person on your mind. You deserve someone who treats you like a million. And do not waste your energy on someone who does not care for you. Imagine you flip that round. Imagine you put all that energy that you wasted on that person into yourself. Imagine how much better you could be. Then they will be the one running back to you. They will be the ones who are obsessing over you because they've realised what they've lost. They've realised that they've lost such a great person who spends time on themselves, who cares about themselves, who is not obsessed about people or things. And you can be the one to say, I'm not that obsessed with you. I'm so sorry. Just remember that you are doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for them, because at the end of the day, it's all about you, honey. It's your life and you're living it, and you only have one life and you need to experience it to the fullest and not wasting your time on stupid people who don't realise your self-worth. There is going to be a lot of people that don't like you, and they may have no reason, but they just don't like you, and people are embarrassing like that, but that's life, isn't it? Like, I have learned not to care about what people think of me anymore. I post my silly TikToks, I post my silly YouTube videos, and what? I tell them about all my goals and aspirations, they still call me embarrassing. And of course, in the present time, it hurts me, because I'm thinking, what have I done wrong to you? But then I realise that this person cannot control my feelings. Everything up here is controlled by me. And if I let someone in here and control my feelings, then I don't hold the power. Like, how does me posting my silly TikTok videos, silly YouTube videos affect them? It doesn't. So why should I care? This person is just doing it out of spite. They have no reason for them to hate me, but they do, because that's just people. People are like that. People just hate each other for absolutely no reason. And I'm so happy, I'm so proud of myself to come to that realisation where I don't care about what anyone really says anymore, because I'm doing it for myself. And like I said a billion times in this video, you only live one life. And why on earth would I consider what anyone says about me? But going back to the fact that I still stand by saying that everyone is equal, of course. There's a difference between being blatantly disrespectful. If you can't put trust in yourself, how on earth do you think you're going to meet your perfect person? If you can't even stand up for yourself, for what you believe in, someone who truly loves themselves doesn't have to reassure others. And this goes back to detachment, because you won't cling on to this person because you're so assured in yourself, you're so confident in yourself that you don't have to prove to this person that you are worthy of their time and their love and their attention. Because you're trying to validate their time and their energy. You're trying to validate yourself through them, through their time and energy. And whether we like it or not, we're going to base how much time and energy they put into us on our self-worth when you're so attracted to them, and that's why you need to detach. So if you're not fulfilled in yourself, you seek it from others. You cannot seek to heal yourself through others, because only you live your life and only you know 100% about yourself. I want to speak about confidence and self-worth in another video, so if you're interested, just let me know in the comments, because I don't want to get this video to drag on for too long. Because I've gone through hell and back. Like I said, I immigrated from Lithuania to the UK, didn't speak a word of English, been bullied since primary school all the way to secondary school, and constantly feeling belittled by everyone around me. But because I love myself, I finally have found confidence in myself to the point where I do not care what other people think. And I could tell myself proudly that I am proud of who I've become. It might sound big-headed, but I promise you it comes from love, because I still believe that I am as equal as the person next door to me. Believing in yourself and being on a pedestal thinking you are above everyone else is completely different. I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly becoming a better person, and I look forward to who I am going to become. But that all comes from what I do every single day, from all these little small habits that I do. But thank you for watching. I feel like I really enjoyed making this one, because I feel like it's so personal to me about confidence, because if you've known me for more than 2 years, you would not believe the fact that I'm sitting here talking to a camera right now. That's all I've got to say. So yeah, thank you so much again, and I really hope that you have a lovely day, and please just love yourself. That's all I ask for. Bye bye.